Pink sapphire is a general term that refers to a whole category of colors from light pink, pastel pink to bright pink. It's essential to recognize just how rare and unique this color is even after heating. These stones, of course, should be highly valued and their beauty needs to be highlighted to the buyer. We've noted that Madagascar is a primary source alongside Sri Lanka. Unheated Padparadscha sapphires over 10 carats fall into an extremely rare category. You've likely seen these stones with stunning blends of green and blue. However, this effect can also be found in rubies and sapphires. It's intriguing, undeniably rare, and truly unique. Hello everyone, welcome to our fourth lecture where we'll continue our exploration of sapphires, focusing on various color categories. Today we'll delve into pink sapphires, violet pink sapphires, and color change stones. We'll also discuss how violet sapphires often exhibit an optical color change effect, depending on whether the light source is warm or cool. We'll also explore the color known as teal, a term widely used in the global market. This color refers to a unique blend of greenish and blue hues, often found in bicolor sapphires that seamlessly combine these two tones. Today, we'll discuss these topics and even explore rare features like trapiche sapphires and rubies. It's an extremely rare type of stone that occurs in sapphires from specific regions of origin, which I will also cover in today's discussion. Let's start with pink sapphires. Again, pink sapphire is a general term that refers to a whole category of colors from light pink, pastel pink to bright pink, and the most valuable and rare are those with the most saturated pink color. In the global market, these are often termed hot pink or vibrant pink. These color grades of pink sapphires are more commonly found in Tanzanian spinels from the Mahenge mining region, known for their signature neon pink color. While this striking hue is rare in sapphires, it does occasionally occur. Such intense saturation of pink in sapphires is quite rare. I'll share with you where these sapphires are mined. In recent years, pink sapphires have been extensively mined in Madagascar and Sri Lanka. A smaller number of stones also come from Africa, including Tanzania. Recently, we added a bright neon pink sapphire from Mozambique to our collection, sourced from a location near the Montepuez ruby mine developed by Gemfields. We found a specimen of this exceptionally beautiful color, absolutely perfect. When it comes to enhancement in pink sapphires, there's an interesting story. In blue sapphires, enhancement can significantly impact the price, raising or lowering it by 30, 40, and in rare cases even 50%. However, the pattern is different for pink sapphires. We've already discussed yellow sapphires, where heat treatment can lead to price fluctuations of 15 to 20%. The situation with pink sapphires is quite similar to yellow ones. Why is that? The reason lies in the incredible rarity of pink sapphires. I've already mentioned that developing a broad visual experience for yellow sapphires is more challenging than for blue ones because they are much rarer. The same holds true for pink sapphires. To see a large number of beautiful pink sapphires, you need to invest significantly more time and examine far more stones. These are both financial and time-consuming efforts, making it much harder to form a clear perception for these gems. So how does a dealer, someone professionally engaged in this industry, evaluate a stone? They look at the stone and recognize its neon, beautiful pink color, a rare and exceptional hue among all pink sapphires. Even if the stone has been heated, this won't significantly impact its price simply because the material is so rare. It all comes down to understanding how often or rarely such a sapphire occurs in nature. I've frequently encountered pink sapphires with nearly identical characteristics, where one was heated and the other was not. Both stones were exceptionally beautiful, and the difference in price was minimal, at most 5 to 10%. In this case, it's essential to recognize just how rare and unique this color is, even after heating. Whether it's hot pink or vibrant pink, that bright neon pink hue is incredibly rare, regardless of whether the stone is heated or not. It belongs to an exceptionally rare category within this color palette. Therefore, such stones will still be highly valued and expensive regardless of whether they're heated or not. The price difference will be minimal. You won't see a drastic disparity like one stone costing $1,000 and another $2,000. That kind of price dependency simply doesn't apply in this case. What immediately affects a reduction in price? It's when foreign hues start blending into the pink color, such as violet. This is a common hue found in our pink-violet range of sapphires. Sapphires with this violet component, or purple, as it's often referred to in the global market, display a complex blend of colors. It's not purely violet, it's a mix of violet, lavender, and pink, creating a very intricate and nuanced hue. Stones with this hue typically exhibit a pronounced or subtle color change. If you shine a cold light on the stone, it appears pink. However, when exposed to a warm light, the violet component becomes much more pronounced, sometimes resulting in a significant color difference. This color change effect is quite striking. I can confidently say that these stones are vibrant and dynamic. Their color will shift depending on whether you're indoors or outdoors. You'll constantly notice different color variations. Additionally, in stones with this color change effect, you'll often see sparks, flashes of other hues adding to their lively appearance. For example, when you view the stone under cold lighting, it appears more pink than violet, but when you tilt it slightly in your hand, bright violet flashes burst through the pink, creating a striking effect. It's truly captivating and mesmerizing. These stones, of course, should be highly valued, and their beauty needs to be highlighted to the buyer. Recently, there has been an increase in the mining of these violet pink or pinkish violet sapphires, though large is a relative term. Currently, they are primarily mined in Madagascar. This color range is, of course, still being mined in Sri Lanka. However, the majority of what we see now, let's say 70 to 80% of the stones currently flowing into Bangkok, have Madagascar origin, particularly in this color range. And as I've mentioned before, many of these are color change stones. If you shine an ultraviolet torch on a violet pink or pinkish violet sapphire, you'll notice a very high level of fluorescence. The stone will glow with a neon intensity, which is an important characteristic. The same effect occurs with a pure pink sapphire, one that is brightly colored pink. This intense fluorescence is due to the stone's high concentration of chromium impurities. It's a beautiful phenomenon, and stones with this quality reveal their beauty most vividly and are among the most expensive on the market today. Pure violet hues do occur in sapphires, but in nearly all violet sapphires, a color change can still be observed when exposed to different light sources, warm versus cold. This hue shifting is always present, so it's important to pay close attention to it. Another important point to consider when discussing this range of pink, pinkish violet, and violet sapphires is their pricing. Pure pink sapphires are the most expensive. Following them are pinkish violet and violet pink sapphires, particularly those with a color change effect. These fall into what we might call the second tier of pricing. The third tier consists of pure violet hues, as these stones may not always display their full beauty in every market. For example, in northern countries, a pure violet sapphire might not appear very impressive if it's too darkly colored. In such regions, a lighter tone of violet sapphire is often preferred. And of course, we understand that a color change will still be present. In terms of pricing, bright saturated pink sapphires, whether heated or unheated, will automatically command over $2,000 per carat, even for smaller stones in the 2 to 3 carat range. Prices here definitely start at around $2,000 per carat on average. For larger stones, the cost can easily reach $10,000 per carat or more. When a stone exceeds 10 carats, the pricing often shifts significantly. Crossing that 10-carat threshold can lead to a price jump, sometimes doubling or increasing by 50%. What else would I like to mention about sapphires in this category? We've noted that Madagascar is a primary source alongside Sri Lanka. In this case, it's important to understand that the stone's origin does not result in a price increase. Whether it's from Sri Lanka or Madagascar, if the stone is beautiful, it will be priced the same as one from Sri Lanka. In this case, origin has a minimal impact on price, unlike with blue sapphires, where stones from Burma or the old mines of Kashmir command higher prices, or with rubies from Mozambique and Burma. When it comes to pink and violet sapphires, the origin plays a very minor role and typically doesn't have a significant effect on the price. We need to consider individual cases. Pink sapphires are also found in Burma, but it's important to understand that the flow of stones from Burma, whether blue sapphires, pink sapphires, yellow sapphires, or rubies, is incredibly limited at the moment. High jewelry quality stones from Burma rarely reach the market these days. Therefore, we focus on presenting practical information, discussing what is most common, what you're likely to work with, and what might actually end up in your hands. Typically, this means stones from Madagascar and Sri Lanka. As we conclude our discussion on this color category, I'd like to introduce you to another incredibly beautiful type of sapphire, the Padparadscha sapphire. This unique gem is celebrated for its exceptional blend of pink and orange tones in a single stone. In Sri Lanka, it's revered as the king sapphire, the king of all sapphires. Indeed, the highest price per carat is often achieved by Padparadscha sapphires. Their value far exceeds that of blue sapphires and can sometimes rival the price of top rubies. Padparadscha sapphires over 3 carats are incredibly rare, even more so over 5 carats, and stones over 7 carats are, so to speak, exceptionally rare. Unheated Padparadscha sapphires over 10 carats fall into an extremely rare category. In terms of origin, the majority of Padparadscha sapphires available today are mined in Sri Lanka. A significant amount is also mined in Madagascar, while Padparadscha sapphires, though incredibly beautiful, are rarely found in Vietnam. Origin can sometimes significantly impact the price of Padparadscha sapphires. The Sri Lankan Padparadscha is generally considered the benchmark and is typically priced higher than a similar stone from Madagascar. However, there are unique Vietnamese Padparadscha sapphires that are so rare they hardly ever appear on the market. These stones are phenomenally beautiful. We've encountered Vietnamese Padparadscha sapphires with an exceptionally stunning pink color that shifts into an orange hue, all accompanied by highly reputable certificates. We did a whole book on it at GRS, and such stones are special. They are more expensive than Lankan Padparadscha. Not many people know about it because of the uniqueness and rarity of this material. Not many people have worked with it, but we were lucky. We know that Sri Lankan Padparadscha sapphires are of exceptionally high quality and are considered the benchmark for this gem. Following that is Madagascar. However, on rare occasions, you may encounter an incredibly beautiful specimen from Vietnam, which will be priced higher and valued more due to its unique origin. Padparadscha sapphires are also occasionally found in Africa, though in small quantities. In fact, our collection once included a heart-shaped stone from Tanzania that exhibited the Padparadscha color. This gem beautifully blended pink and orange hues almost equally, achieving a perfect 50-50 balance. The impact of enhancement, particularly low-temperature heating, on the cost of Padparadscha sapphires is substantial. It greatly affects their value, especially for stones over 5 carats. Identical stones, whether heated or unheated, over 5 carats can differ in price by 2 or even 3 times. A common belief among industry colleagues is that Padparadscha sapphires are so rare and unique that the distinction between heated and unheated stones is almost negligible. Both will command high prices if they possess exceptional beauty. Indeed, a beautiful heated Padparadscha sapphire can still command a high price, often reaching thousands of dollars per carat. However, if the stone is unheated, its value can escalate to tens of thousands of dollars per carat. This substantial price increase underscores the rarity and desirability of unheated Padparadscha sapphires, especially those over 5 carats, which are beyond rare. For instance, in our collection, we had a flawless 7.82 carat Padparadscha sapphire. Unsurprisingly, its price was on an entirely different level compared to 5 carat or 3 carat stones, as it combined such rare and exceptional characteristics in a single gem. It featured a beautiful cushion cut, was completely inclusion-free, loop clean, with no enhancements, and displayed a stunning, evenly distributed blend of orange and pink. Additionally, when exposed to ultraviolet light, the Padparadscha sapphire exhibited an exceptionally high level of fluorescence, a characteristic unique to these extraordinary gems. The stone will appear absolutely neon, which is incredibly beautiful. It will shift in color depending on the light source. Outdoors, it presents one shade, while under warm artificial lighting indoors, it reveals another. This dynamic color change is consistently noticeable, adding to its captivating allure. Clarity has a significant impact on the price of Padparadscha sapphires. Clean specimens are extremely rare, making them highly valuable. Most Padparadscha sapphires typically contain veils or mineral inclusions, so finding a stone with high clarity is uncommon and greatly increases its cost. When assessing clarity in a Padparadscha sapphire, our requirements are minimal, recognizing the extreme rarity of this material and the limited quantity mined. Therefore, if a stone is beautiful but contains some veils, it should be evaluated with a certain degree of flexibility. As I've mentioned before, the clarity requirements for Padparadscha sapphires are not as strict as those for yellow sapphires, which must be eye clean. Therefore, if a Padparadscha sapphire displays a stunning blend of two colors but contains some veils, it should be assessed with an understanding of its rarity. It's crucial to communicate this context to the end buyer, ensuring they appreciate the unique qualities of the gemstone. The end buyer should not expect a crystal-clear, glass-like Padparadscha sapphire over 10 carats, as such stones are incredibly rare. To put this in perspective, a few years ago in Bangkok, there was a deal involving an 11-carat Padparadscha sapphire. The stone was eye-clean, but under a 10-fold gemological loop, inclusions were still visible. The stone featured a phenomenally beautiful color, an excellent cushion cut, and came with prestigious certification from the Swiss laboratory SSF, affirming its uniqueness and rarity. I emphasize SSF because, along with Gubelin, these laboratories are renowned for their consistent standards in evaluating colored gemstones. They reserve top trade color classifications like royal blue, pigeon blood, and Padparadscha exclusively for unheated sapphires that meet their stringent internal criteria for chemical composition. They seek a perfect 50-50 balance of pink and orange in the stone, along with a rigorous set of additional criteria, approximately 12 in total, that the stone must meet to receive the prestigious Padparadscha color designation. For that stone, SSEF provided an entire book, which cost over 3,000 francs and attested to its uniqueness. This 11-carat, eye-clean, unheated sapphire was valued at approximately $50,000 per carat when we began bidding with the intention of purchasing it. Subsequently, a deal was struck among dealers on the internal market, with the price settling between $35,000 to $38,000 per carat. While there was some negotiation, it was modest. No one drastically cut the price. What's notable is that in the years since, I haven't come across another stone of that quality. Today, a Padparadscha sapphire of similar carat weight would undoubtedly command a much higher price. I hadn't encountered such a stone before either, so when one like that enters the market and a deal is made, all dealers recognize its exceptional rarity. While working with that stone, we were fully aware that no comparable piece had been mined in Sri Lanka for the past 3 or 4 years. It was the best stone in its category. Another interesting fact about Padparadscha sapphires is that they are one of the few stones that often become family heirlooms for dealers in Sri Lanka, especially those who have been in the stone mining business for generations. I know for certain that the most prominent families in Sri Lanka, who hold considerable influence over the entire market, keep exceptionally high-quality Padparadscha sapphires in their personal collections. These stones often exceed 10, 15, 20, and even 30 carats. These stones are passed down as heirlooms and are never sold unless a higher quality stone is discovered. The sale of such a gem occurs only in one specific circumstance, when a superior Padparadscha sapphire is found. In that case, the new stone may be added to the family collection and the previous one might be offered for sale. This is the approach specifically taken with Padparadscha sapphires in Sri Lanka. For them, it's the only sapphire with the highest investment potential. A glance at auction house bids will reveal the impressive prices they command. However, there is a small but. Auction bids in Switzerland can indeed serve as a benchmark for the price of rare collectible stones. However, they only represent about 3 to 5% of such stones that are publicly available. You can view these auctions, their results and the estimated prices, but they offer just a glimpse of the broader market. You see all this? You track and understand the trends, but more than 90% of sales for stones of similar quality occur behind closed doors among dealers. These transactions take place in places like Dubai, Bangkok, and Hong Kong, and they don't appear in any statistics. Therefore, it's impossible to definitively price a Padparadscha sapphire over 10 carats and say that it should cost $12,000 per carat or 15 or 30. As a result, building your own personal sales statistics for this stone will take considerable time and effort, and it's no easy task. Each year, we finalize several deals involving Padparadscha sapphires over 5 carats with strong investment potential. All of these stones are unenhanced and boast the highest quality and characteristics. They are truly collectible pieces, including stones from Vietnam, which can sometimes be significantly more expensive than their counterparts from Sri Lanka and Madagascar. Therefore, developing your own sales statistics for this stone will take time, and selling it is indeed challenging. Perhaps the most important aspect of understanding this gemstone is recognizing its true value. To fully appreciate its beauty and be willing to pay what it truly deserves, given its exceptional rarity and uniqueness, you need to step into the mindset of a collector. You need to start thinking differently and view this material through a new lens. You must awaken within yourself the desire to own this rare gem, as it may not immediately catch your eye with its color. Unlike the bold hues of neon pink, pure scarlet, or royal blue, Padparadscha sapphires offer a subtle pastel blend of colors that require a discerning eye to fully appreciate. These are fairly soft color combinations that range in the pinkish and orangish spectrum. Very often, if you see a Padparadscha sapphire with intense coloration, in 90% of the cases, it is a heated stone. Color enhancement occurs through heating. We've already mentioned that heating significantly affects the price, reducing it when enhancement occurs. Therefore, it's essential to understand that as a buyer, or when selling to one, you must adopt a different approach to perceiving colored stones. You need to awaken the collector's spirit within, driven not solely by the stone's immediate visual allure, but by a deep appreciation for its rarity and the true value it represents. The desire to own such a rare gem should stem from recognizing its significance rather than just being captivated by its color. You must have a clear understanding of where the prices for this stone are heading, where it is mined, and develop a strong desire to own it. That's exactly how I felt when I sought to add a 7.82 carat inclusion-free stone to my collection, a truly unique and rare piece that has since been sold. Unfortunately, a few years ago, when we were involved in a deal with an 11-carat Padparadscha sapphire, at that time, I could not afford to buy it for my collection. Now I regret it because I realize that in the next 3 to 5 years, we will not encounter anything similar in the market. And if we do, it will be stones that come to the market from these family suppliers I mentioned. Padparadscha sapphire has its own unique story. I won't go into the usual explanations about it being the color of lotus petals at sunset. You can easily find that information on Wikipedia or Google. What I want to focus on is how its price is determined, how suppliers handle this rare gem, and who the typical buyers are. We've identified the typical buyer, individuals who have reached the status of collectors. These are people who seek to own an exceptionally rare and unique gemstone, even if its color doesn't immediately captivate them. They understand that this is an exceedingly rare piece, one that is nearly impossible to find or match with any other stone. While blue, yellow, and even pink sapphires can often be closely matched, a Padparadscha sapphire is in a league of its own, exceptionally unique and distinct. It stands as a separate category of gemstone, unmatched in its rarity and individuality. That's the essence of the Padparadscha sapphire. Now let me say a few words about bicolor sapphires, which combine multiple colors. You've likely seen these stones with stunning blends of green and blue. In the market, this unique combination is often referred to as teal. It's an intriguing color, often described as masculine, an apt characterization, or as a fashionable hue. For instance, gray spinel has become quite trendy recently, and teal has similarly gained popularity. It's even better when the stone is unenhanced, as heated stones in this color mix are also available, though they tend to cost a bit less. Naturally, unenhanced stones are valued more highly. In our collection, you can see exactly what I'm talking about. These stones look stunning in various shapes, often favoring non-classical cuts. Rather than ovals, they are typically found in radiants or elegant cushions, with the radiant cut being particularly well suited, especially when paired with a step-cut pavilion. Therefore, beautiful unenhanced stones can be worth hundreds to thousands of dollars per carat, depending on factors such as size, clarity, and other individual characteristics. Naturally, these stones should be as clean as possible, which is rare. The stunning blend of two colors makes each stone exceptionally unique. There are also stones with the rare trapiche effect, which is more commonly seen in emeralds, something I will discuss in detail during my lectures on emeralds. However, this effect can also be found in rubies and sapphires. I can say with confidence that while these stones are fascinating, they are not typically of high jewelry quality and are rarely used in fine jewelry pieces. Instead, a collector's instinct should come into play. One should appreciate the gemological intrigue of owning such a rare variety. If they desire a trapiche ruby or sapphire, it's because they recognize its rarity and unique appeal, and they acquire it for that reason. Often these stones may not appear conventionally beautiful or highly presentable. However, consider Pakhtunkhwa, a mining site in Pakistan, where sapphires with the trapiche effect are frequently found, displaying a unique six-pointed star within the stone. It's intriguing, undeniably rare, and truly unique. A collector's piece for those who understand and appreciate its value. Yet, despite its rarity, it does exist. So, we've now concluded our discussion on sapphires. In the second lecture, we covered blue sapphires in depth. We also thoroughly explored yellow sapphires and touched on the topic of pink and violet-pink color change sapphires. Regarding color change, I would add that it's not limited to pink-violet and violet-pink sapphires. It also occurs in blue sapphires. Often we see stones that appear blue or light blue under cold lighting but take on a strong violet hue under warm lighting. Thus, color change can also occur in blue sapphires, and this transition is possible. While it can sometimes impact the price, I can say that stones with such a striking color change are quite rare. Once again, it's important for people to recognize and appreciate that they desire this specific unique quality in a gemstone. Occasionally, we receive requests from very sophisticated buyers or clients to find a blue sapphire with a violet color change. However, such requests are rare. To fulfill them, a deep understanding of the colored stone market is essential, including the nuances of colored stones from both the buyers' and suppliers' perspectives. Deals involving such stones are uncommon due to their rarity. These gems are truly for connoisseurs. With that, we have essentially concluded our discussion on sapphires. Thank you for watching. If you appreciate expert advice on gemstones, be sure to subscribe for more guidance on choosing and understanding their true value. If you found this video helpful, give it a like, and don't forget to hit the bell icon to stay updated on the latest trends in the gemstone market.